Hey everybody, it is Sydney. I am here today with our Mindfulness and Meditation Monday. Today we are going to be doing gardening, some mindful gardening. We are going to be learning about bees. First we're going to learn a little bit about bees, and then we're going to do our gardening part, and then we're going to make this cute little craft to put in our pot. So, this cute little bee. So, what you're going to need is for the gardening, you're going to need a little pot, some potting soil. That's what I have in here, and like a cup, or like maybe you can use a shovel, and then some seeds. So I just got these at the store. I think I got them at Target, and they're just like a wildflower seeds. But when we read our book, you'll learn some like really good flowers that you can be using for your bees. And then for the craft, you are going to need a black marker, scissors. You can use tape or glue. I'm going to use tape today. And then some kind of little dowel, or you can use a popsicle stick as well. And then I have yellow and white paper. And then you'll need a pipe cleaner for the antennas. I just have a white one, but you can use whatever color you want. So we're going to get started. I have this book, and it is called The Bee Book. We're not going to read all of it because it's like a really long book, but I'm going to read a few parts of it so that we can learn about bees. So again, this is called The Bee Book by Charlotte Milner, and it teaches us all about bees. So, what is a honeybee? Like all bees, a honeybee is an insect. All insects have 6 legs and generally have 1 or 2 pairs of wings. Honeybees live together in a large group called a colony, and every colony contains a queen bee and worker bees. The colony lives in a nest. Some nests are wild and some are kept by humans in beehives. From the flower, the honeybee connects pollen and nectar. So pollen is a powder made by flowers, and honeybees collect them to feed baby bees. Nectar is a sweet, sticky liquid made by flowers. The honeybees love it. They use nectar to make honey. And in the beehive, the honeybee makes beeswax as well as honey. So beeswax is used by honeys to make hexagonal cells. So hexagonal is just a big word for a certain shape. And I'll show you a picture. It shows the shape here, which together make a honeycomb. Honeybees fill the comb cells with honey, pollen, and eggs. Honey is made from the collected nectar from the flowers. Honeybees store honey in the comb cells and eat it when there are no available flowers. So these are the pictures that went along with it. So this is the flowers that they're collecting everything from. This is the bee hive. This is one that they would use as a beekeeper. But if you see these, where is it? Yeah, these hexagonal shapes, that's what they make with the beeswax. So, now we're going to learn, I'm sure that you've heard that bees are endangered. So we're going to learn a little bit about why bees are starting to, the bee numbers are starting to decline, and what we can do about it. So, why are there fewer bees around? There's not just one cause. There are lots of reasons why many types of bees are in decline. When we think about the impact of these factors put together, we can start to see why bees are in trouble. So some of the factors are: 1, climate change. So the change of the environment where bees and plants live, by making it hotter, for example, this can make it difficult for plants and bees to survive in the place where they're adapted to live. So that's one reason. Another one is the loss of habitat. So bees like to nest in areas where there are all sorts of wildflowers and grasses, but humans sometimes tear down these habitats when they're building cities, farmland, or roads. So this means that there's fewer places for bees to live. Another one is disease. So humans are moving different types of bees all around the world, and moving bees from place to place can sometimes cause bees to get diseases that they aren't used to. So lots of bees can be unhealthy, meaning they can't collect their nectar and pollen like they need to. And finally, pesticides. So pesticides is a big word, but it's a chemical that's used on crops, like on farms. And these can be really dangerous to bees, especially when they're on the flowers that they're collecting nectar and pollen from. So those are four of the reasons, and that's not all of them, but those are four of the reasons why bees are starting to decline. So what would we do without bees? Oh, I forgot to show you the picture. I'm so sorry. Here you go. So that's the climate change. That is the picture of the loss of the habitat for bees. This one is about the diseases and pesticides. So what would we do without bees? So first, the pantry would be empty. Without bees, we would risk losing some types of fruits and vegetables because the pollination that they are a part of really helps fruits and vegetables grow. So we'd risk also losing many meat and dairy products because we feed farm animals with food that's made from pollinated plants. What would we have for breakfast? Without a variety of fruit and vegetables to choose from, our diet would be super limited and pretty unhealthy. We'd probably eat a lot more bread since bread can be produced without bees. We would also have to find new ways to pollinate. So can you imagine having to do the job of a busy bee? In areas of China where there are few bees and other insect pollinators, people are pollinating their apple trees by hand. So workers climb up into the trees carrying small pots of pollen and brushes, and they pollinate each flower on the tree themselves. Isn't that crazy? Could robots do the job of a bee? Scientists are currently working on a robo-bee that will have the technology to pollinate, but we could never really replace bees. Robots and human workers are both very expensive ways to do something that nature does for free. So that's the guy up in the tree doing the pollination. Okay, so what can we do to help the bees? Well, we can plant bee-friendly plants, which is what we're going to do today. The bees will thank you for planting flowers that are rich in nectar and pollen. Wildflowers are the most suitable for bees. So that's what I have. I just have a pouch of wildflower seeds. But this doesn't mean you have to go planting weeds. Find out what to plant on the next page. So there's another page that will show you what types of plants are the best for them. Be calm. Don't be scared of bees. If a bee flies near you, stay calm and move away slowly. It will soon realize that you're not a flower and fly away. Be in the know. Become a bee scientist by learning more about bees. Reading this book is a good start, but there's a lot more to find out about different types of bees, so get outdoors and watch the bees at work. What will you discover? Spread the word. Bringing people together in your school or community could really help the bees. You could suggest a project to plant more bee-friendly spaces, bee-friendly plants in public spaces, or you can make bee hotels with your class, and then the book actually tells you how to make a bee hotel. So maybe we'll do that sometime. A bee hotel is just a place where bees, where solitary bees can make their nests. So, having a bee-friendly garden, and that's what we're going to do today. There are lots of flowers that are really good for bees. So flowers with really strong scents mean that they have a lot of nectar for bees to be able to take from. So some of these are, so we're in the summer right now. So summer plants that bees love are lavender, mint, and cornflower. Those are three. For the fall, bees love sunflowers, sedum, and ivy. Those are all flowers that bees love. And then for the spring, bees love the crocus, a snowdrop, and the iris. Those are just some examples, but obviously there are so many more. So those are some of the flowers that bees love. Okay, so that's all the book I'm going to read right now, but I highly recommend this book. It's such a good one. It's called The Bee Book, and it teaches you all about bees. So now we're going to do our planting. So again, what you're going to need is a small pot, or a big pot if you're planting a ton of flowers, but I'm only planting a few. You're going to need your seeds, and then some potting soil, and then some water as well so that you can water them when you're done. So what you're going to do to start is put some of the potting soil into the pot. And you can use your hands. You can also use a shovel or something else, or even like a spoon or something could work. And then you're going to open your seeds. Okay. Put them in there. Kind of make sure that they fall in really well. And then you might want to put some more dirt on top of them to cover them up. Make sure that's pressed down. And then that's pretty much it. You're just going to water it. So I have some water in a cup right here. You just water it a little bit, and there you go. So when you buy your seeds, a lot of them will tell you how often they need to be watered. So like this one says that I need to, where did the thing go? So it says it needs to be in the sunlight, and then it should start growing within 5 to 10 days. And then it should be watered once a week. So that is, it usually tells you on the packet how many times you'll need to water it or when you need to water it. So now we have our awesome, oh, I'm dripping water. Now we have our awesome wildflowers for the bees. But I want us to make a cute little craft to put inside. So like I was showing earlier, we can put it on the dowel and we can stick it in here, or you can just keep it nearby. So what we're gonna do is first take the yellow paper and we're gonna cut 2 circles out of it. So one is gonna be larger like that, and then we're gonna do a smaller one like this. So there's my big one. Ooh. And then you just need a smaller one for the bee's head. So that's what I'm doing now. Great. So now that you have your 2 circles, one of them is going to be the bee's face, so you can draw a little smiley face or whatever you want to do. And then the bigger piece is going to be the back half of the bee. So you're going to have, you can put stripes on it like a bee has. I even put, if you can see, the little stinger at the end, so you can do that as well. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay. So I have my back half of the bee, and now I'm gonna draw his face. And now you're just gonna tape or glue those together. So again, I'm using tape, but you can use glue as well. Something to keep them together. Alrighty, so now we have our first part of our bee together. Now we're gonna cut the wings for the bees. So if you see my example, my little wings are made with just kind of like half circles almost. So we're gonna cut those out of the paper next. So that's gonna be out of the white paper, sorry. So white paper, you're gonna cut the wings. If you don't have white paper, you could also use like black paper or gray or something like that. Whatever color you want. You can also have a rainbow bee. It's totally up to you. Bees are attracted to bright colors, so if you're gonna put it in your pot outside, that is a great way to do it, is to have some bright colors for them. Okay, so I have my 2 wings cut out. And I'm going to tape them onto the back. Good job. So now he's got his little wings. And the last part, or second to last part, is we're gonna add his antennas. So take your pipe cleaner and just cut two little pieces of it off. So I just cut two little pieces, and then I'm going to tape or glue them onto the back, onto the head, so that he has antennas. Antennas are what the bees use to feel and smell, so they're super important, especially when they're seeking out their flowers to pollinate and to grab pollen from. So now he has his little antennas. He's so cute. And the last step is just to tape or glue the wooden dowel onto the, so look at that. He is so cute. And now you can put him in your pot and all the bees will know that that is for them. I love it. Such a good little craft to attract the bees to your new plant. So we learned a lot about bees today. I highly recommend buying that book. It's a great one. You can learn so many things, or you can just do research on the internet. But to end today, I am going to do a little mindfulness meditation like we've done some other weeks. So I'm gonna move this out of the way and bring you guys a little closer to me. So I want you guys to close your eyes and just get comfortable wherever you are. If you're sitting on the couch or on a chair, you can just relax and do that. Close your eyes, get comfortable. You can lie down if you want. And just breathe. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take another deep breath in. Excuse me. Deep breath out. One last deep breath in and out. So now I want you to picture yourself in a field of wildflowers. So whether that's a really big field or maybe you're in a garden, picture a place that has a bunch of flowers around you, your favorite flowers. I want to picture, so for me, I really love roses. I love sunflowers. So picture those. Keep breathing while you're picturing where you are in the flowers. Breathe in through your nose and breathe in those good flower smells. So think of how you're going to be smelling sweet flowers all around you. Maybe you hear a bee buzzing nearby. But like I said, don't freak out. Just let it pass. He'll figure out that you're not a flower and he'll keep going. And just breathe. Take some relaxing breaths here. Really think about your body laying on the ground. Maybe you feel grass under your hands and your feet. Maybe you're laying on cement. Or maybe you're in the dirt or sitting on a bench in this garden. Just take a few seconds here and really calm your body down. And take some more deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you to think of something good that happened this weekend. It's Monday morning. We are getting ready to start our week. What's something good that happened this weekend? Bring that to the front of your mind. Maybe it makes you smile. Maybe you hung out with some family or friends. Maybe you got to eat a really good meal. Whatever it is, just focus on that happy memory and think about how you're grateful for those happy memories. Gratitude is such a great way to keep our bodies calm and happy. So think about how grateful you are for the people around you, the fun things that you're getting to do. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths here. In and out. 1 more, in and out. Slowly bring awareness back to your body. Open your eyes whenever you're ready and sit back up and get ready to start the rest of your day. So I had so much fun today. We learned so much about bees, and I am excited to see how great all of your planting goes. And I hope to hear more about what kind of wildflowers that you did, and how they're growing. And I hope that you guys are learned a lot about bees today and had a great morning. And I will see you next week for another mindfulness and art session with Sydney. Have a good one, guys. Bye.